Please welcome the 2001 Franklin Heights High School Marching Band. thank you for coming out tonight to see the band perform. That was our pregame routine that you'll see on Friday nights as we play before the football. My microphone's working so well today. Let's see if I can get a little closer here. We'll be playing that before all the football games. We've got a close relationship with the football team this year. I believe we've got 5 football players that are also in the band, including the starting quarterback on the varsity team. So we're hoping for a great season, and we'll be here to support the football team on Friday nights. We had a really great camp this week. The students were fantastic. We had 0 discipline problems. We had lots of compliments from the staff at Rio Grande, whether it was from custodians in the different buildings we were in, the lifeguards in the athletic facility when we went swimming, the cafeteria workers. They all said that our kids were respectful and did a nice job of taking care of the facilities, and we were real proud of them and the work that they did this week. So let's hear it for the students representing Franklin Heights and the Franklin Heights band. It was kind of weird to get back to a regular band camp after taking a full year off of going away to band camp. We had 2 classes that had never been to band camp before, which was unusual. So trying to get everybody to figure out where to go and where the practice field was and all that, things that you expect that most of the kids will know. You just got to get the freshmen up to speed. This year, the freshmen and the sophomores were all a little clueless when we got to band camp. But they learned real quick, and they figured it out, and were super hard workers this week, and we're so happy with the progress they've made, and I think you'll be impressed with what we're going to be able to show you this evening. I do want to thank our band camp staff that did a great job taking care of your students while we were away, and I know there's some of them are here. If you're here and you just step out and raise your hand, or if you're up in the audience, just stand up. We had working with our flutes. We had Taya Tennant. She's worked with our flutes. Skylar Mag worked with our clarinets this year. Skylar's up there, yeah. Skylar will be joining us as a student teacher in the spring as well, so we'll be excited to see Skylar again in the spring working with the students in concert season. Working with our trumpets again this year was Brandon Eisling. Working with our saxes and horns this year was Rachel Fox. Working with our trombones again, and really helpful, just getting a lot of logistics stuff done, and she's been with us for a while now, and we're real happy that she's sticking with us, is Bear Ryan. We had a Franklin Heights alum working with our front ensemble this year, Trey Washington. And then our med monitor again this year was Judith Miller, and she did a great job making sure all the kids got all the medicines and everything that they needed this year. Obviously, we have a great staff. Starts with Mr. Hershey over at Finland Middle School, giving us kids with great skills. Mr. Hershey's here, I saw him. He didn't get to go to camp with us this year, but he's been at most of the summer rehearsals, and he'll be at a lot of the rehearsals the rest of the year. And he's just such a great help. We love having him around. Then we have our band staff. We have for our guard once again, Madison McCoy doing a great job with the color guard. The guard was so good this year. I don't know if I ever had to say anything to them. They were just so fantastic. Madison had them firing on all cylinders, and they were just amazing this week. They did an outstanding job. Oh, my phone just died. It's fantastic. There we go. Our percussion instructor this year, once again, is Tyler Hall. And I think you'll hear the work that he's done with our battery on the field and working with the pit earlier in the summer. You're going to hear some great stuff from our percussion section tonight. They're playing really, really well, and we appreciate all that Tyler's been able to do. Tyler's also a Franklin Heights alum. We love Franklin Heights alums. And then, of course, my sidekick and the best assistant band director I've ever had is Mr. Robert Ragland. They like Mr. Ragland. Like him a lot. Mr. Ragland's been super helpful this year, getting things going, working a lot with our brass players, really getting them to play out, and we really appreciate him as well. We have 2 field commanders this year. We've got Ashlyn Lewis and Amber Beal that led us out for pregame. Amber's going to be our contest show field commander, and Ashlyn is going to do our homecoming show a little bit later on in the year, and we're excited to have both of them being field commanders. They're doing a great job. So our show this year was kind of in place for last year. We weren't 100% sure what was going to happen with COVID and everything, so we were planning a 4-season show, and then it turned into, hey, let's just do the summer, because we're not going to be able to do 4 seasons in the limited amount of time that we have. So we kind of changed gears a little bit, and we just did our little summer show last year, which was great, and the kids did a great job with that in the limited amount of rehearsal time. But now that we're back full strength and we've got all the time we need to put together a full show, we decided we wanted to complete the cycle here, and we're going to do a complete 4 seasons show this year. You're going to hear the first 2 movements of the show. You're going to hear Summer Wind, a nice jazz opener that's most famously sang by Frank Sinatra. And then we're going to play our ballad, which is Wake Me Up When September Ends by Green Day, a song that most of you know. The rest of our show that we'll add on later on in the year, we're going to have a winter medley of songs, and then a little bit of Vivaldi's Spring, but we're doing the Franklin Heights jazz take on that as if Vivaldi had his own big band. And I think you'll really enjoy that when we get that on the field. So we're going to get started with our competition show. This is the 2021, I was off by a couple of decades before pregame, not 2001, 2021 Franklin Heights Marching Band, and this is the first half of the 4 seasons. see that we put in a lot of hard work at camp this week. We had beautiful weather. I think today was probably the hottest day we were out there, but the weather was great and cooperated. We really didn't have any trouble with kids staying hydrated. We had the camel packs with us, and that turned out to be fantastic. They were really great helping the kids stay hydrated. Had a few, little twisted ankles, little things like that, but the kids were troopers, and even the ones that had to go to the sidelines to get a little treatment were like, wrap this up, I got to get back out there and learn my sets. We were really, really excited about how hard these guys worked. They really gave us 100%, and I always like to say that we get the best students from the best families here at Franklin Heights in the Franklin Heights band, and they sure proved that this week. Students, let's give your families a round of applause for supporting you and allowing you to go to band camp this week. We're very excited to start our full season. We do have a lot of really exciting things scheduled for this year. Obviously, the first football game coming up very early this year on August 20th is the first football game, even before we start school. So we are excited to get the football season started. We have been officially accepted in the Buckeye Invitational, so we will be marching in Ohio Stadium. And we have a trip up to Cleveland planned to perform at a band competition in the evening up in the Cleveland area, and we'll be heading up there a little bit early and spending some time at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before we go to our band competition in Cleveland. So it's going to be a fun year for these guys. We're really excited to be back at full strength, and we're going to pick back up on Tuesday next week. We've told the students that they all need to take their instruments home because we don't want them to, the next time they play their instrument, to be on Tuesday when they come back after taking a little break. We do have some things we want to take care of before we release the students. We are going to take some group pictures down here in the front of each class. That's something we've been doing for the last several years. It's pretty cool for the seniors to see their 4 years of group pictures after their band camp performances. So we're going to take those group pictures. We've got a few things that we've got to clean up here on the field, and the students have their luggage in the orchestra room, and you'll be able to pick the students up back over on the other side of the building where we pick them up usually after football games and performances. I want to thank every one of you for coming out to see us perform tonight. It's so great to perform in front of a big audience. We got to play a few times last year at a couple of the football games, but those were all limited attendance, and it's just great to be outside in a public performance again. Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting the students here at Franklin Heights, and we hope to see you at the first football game on August 20th. Thank you very much.